Welcome to the Author's Lounge. I'm Cheryl Mays and I am your host. And I'm so excited to bring to you today two authors, yes, two, a mother and daughter duet, KA and AK Ashton, the authors of Smiling Back at You, will be with us when we return. So stay tuned. So, Bria and Kiva, welcome to the Author's Lounge. I am so excited that the two of you are here today to talk about your book, Smiling Back at You, with the star character Sugar, who I saw earlier. So he must be doing something because he doesn't want to be on the screen now. There he is. I love it. So you are mom and daughter. And you are in New York City. So two gals from New York City. So tell us about you. What do you guys do? How did we get to this book? And just share with us who you are before we start talking about Smiling Back at You.
Okay, so, well, I'm in 8th grade now. Just made it to 8th grade. And I'm obviously in middle school. And I like to paint and I want to be a veterinarian. And I'm very excited to see where my future is going to be.
Awesome. And we're a family that lives in New York City. We have 3 kids, a dog, and 2 turtles. And we're very busy. You know, this whole pandemic, it brought us closer together. And we're just a loving family.
That is awesome. Okay, so turtles. What are your turtles' names? I gotta know.
I got them on my birthday, and I had an ice cream cake, cookies and cream. So I named them Cookies and Cream, and the female is Cream, and the male is Cookie.
I love it. And then right there we saw Sugar. So show us Sugar again, because Sugar is the star, right?
Yes.
Sugar is symbolic of all things that we want to be. I love it. So now you guys tag team because you saw something that happened to you, Bria, something that happened to you, and you wanted to make a change. You wanted people to know that what happened wasn't right. It didn't make you feel good. And you didn't want other people to feel like that. So tell us about that.
Well, middle school is kind of a rough year for everyone. And for me, I got braces in middle school. So I have a talent for singing, and I wanted to sing in a talent show. And people were putting me down because of my braces. So I had told mommy, and this is where we got the idea for Smiling Back at You. And she ended up turning it into a book for me and a lot of other people.
That is awesome. And so Smiling Back at You is the name of the book, but where did that come from? Who came up with that title?
I came up with the name of the title because I told her when her braces are done, she's going to be smiling, and all she can do is smile right back at the people that laughed at her with her braces. So I know it's a little sarcastic, but that was what I would say to her, that you have our goal for you with these braces is to be able to have a beautiful smile. And that was the line I thought of for the book, Smiling Back at You.
I love it because it's so appropriate. And it's true because you'll be smiling and your teeth will be straight and beautiful. And then you'll be like, okay, so who's laughing now? So now, Bria, tell us about this message. What do you want young people to know about being bullied? And what do you want them to get when they read this book? What is it that you want them to walk away with?
Well, I don't just want young people. I want adults too, because when they read it to their children, they can be realizing that, oh wait, this has happened to me. And they will learn a lesson from this book. And I want them to learn that everyone has their hardships, and you just have to find a unique way to get through it.
I love this. You know, Bria, you just turned 13, but I don't believe that. I think that you, I think somewhere in there, you're like in your 30s, because you get it. I mean, you really understand what it's like for a person to want something and somebody try to take it away from you by just being mean. And a lot of times people don't learn that until they're an adult. So I do believe that you are teaching adults a lesson. You're teaching everyone a lesson, especially now when we look at what's happening in our world. And I think this is an important concept. And so I have to ask you this question. Why was Sugar the character?
Honestly, I don't know why. Mommy decided it. And because, well, she knows I have a love for Sugar, and she's my best friend since I was young. And she still is my best friend. And she is the best dog anyone can be. And I don't even think of her like a dog. I think her as a sister, because she is so caring. And she listens to you without responding back with something slick.
Until she gives you that look like my dog when she turns her head to the side and you're like, did she just understand what I was really saying?
Yes.
I love that. And I bet Sugar has a lot of secrets that you shared with her that she tells no one.
Yes.
Now, this book is available on publishingadvantagegroup.com. And we have that. We're going to flash that across the bottom of the screen. So guys, you can get this book at publishingadvantagegroup.com, and you can go to the link. You can actually get the book. You can read about how Sugar overcame her bullying, how she overcame it, and actually came out with a better self-esteem about who she is, who he is, because Sugar's a guy, about who he is, and to actually be able to move forward. Now, we talked about affirmations. So talk to us a little bit about how affirmations are a part of this book, and what did you want people to understand about the power of affirmations?
The power of affirmations was so important for me because I feel like as an adult, I have to say it to myself, and I'm an adult. So for me to pass it on to my child, I have to constantly, especially in her teenage years, to remind her of her affirmations, to believe in herself. And this story or this situation that she came upon is, although it seems small at 13 years old, it's huge. But I wanted it to carry her on to her adulthood, because I'm not always going to be there. But I wanted her to know that if you start your affirmations at a young age, no one will be able to break you down, and you'll be able to give your gifts and your talents. And you won't hide in a closet or hold them back from your growth. And I wanted to give that to her and to many others, because I felt this story, this situation definitely would have helped many others, especially as children. And then as the reader reading the book, we needed a constant reminder as ourselves.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, I love this story because it is going to help so many of our young folks, because to your point, that teenage is a tough year. It's a tough period, you know, between those ages when you're literally trying to figure out who you are and what you stand for. And to be able to stand up for that is powerful. And that is something that you want to take with you into your adult life. And affirmations are very, very powerful. I have affirmations myself because I believe it's what makes you get up in the morning and know that you can make it through the day, because you're continuously reciting your affirmation. And Bria, give us one of yours. Do you have an affirmation that you want to share?
Honestly, I don't know what it means. So
you don't?
No. Oh my gosh.
That's all right.
Well, this time yes. I believe I can do this.
Oh, well,
yeah.
I believe I can be a veterinarian.
Okay, there you go. There you go. And for that, it takes a belief of knowing that you can accomplish whatever it is that you set for yourself. Yeah. Because you believe you can. And I think this book is going to be something that you are going to look at for a long, long time. And it's one of those things that you're probably going to, even in college, to even look at this book. I remember when, I think when it was in 8th grade, they would get the book, The Places I Want to Go by Dr. Seuss. There's a Dr. Seuss of all the places we will go. And even in college, they look at that book because it reminds you of all of the opportunities that you have for yourself and before you. And I think this is one of those books where people will be able to look back and share with their grandkids and to be able to say, this is the book that inspired me as a young age, and they'll save it and they'll give it to their kids. And I think I think you might have started a tradition here, Bria.
Yay.
Hey, Bria, I'm going to ask you a question. If I were to look your mom up in the dictionary, what would it say about her?
Strong.
Strong? Okay. And that's because she's got to keep all you kids around and on the right track, right?
Well, not just physically, but mentally. Because she is, like she said, my #1 fan. And she is always there for me when I'm sad or mad. And it's inspiring, too, to see her as a mother going through 3 wild children and 2 turtles and a dog, and still gets up every day in the morning to start her own business. So it's very inspiring and strong for me.
That is awesome. I'm not going to tell you, Mom is in the background crying. I love it. I think this is an amazing, amazing story. Mom, I'm going to ask you, what inspires you the most about Bria?
You know, for 13 years old, she's very intelligent. She's very witty and very passionate about animals. And I didn't have that. Mm-hmm. And I look at her and it's taught me, because I didn't have any pets growing up and she wanted this dog so bad. And I did too, but she took it to another level that I wasn't aware of when it comes to animals. So it's taught me a lot of patience with potty training, you know, with a dog, and with, you know, with kids, and they are just like another kid. Mm-hmm. You know, they have personality, they have they're very loving and they're very forgiving, you know, and Bria has brought that out of me, and it's taught me a lot. So I'm inspired by her also, you know.
I love it. I think I see more books in the future of this tag teaming, because as you continue to go through things, Bria, I can see her now saying, Mom, we got to write about this.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I have to ask you, Mom, if you were to be able to sit down with any author, who would it be?
Michelle Obama.
And what would you ask her?
Wow, I have so many questions, but I'm sure she has little time. But the same thing that I've come across with challenges raising, you know, as adults, as a woman, raising kids, how to keep yourself sane as a mother, you know? And Michelle Obama handled, from what we see, very well, you know? And I read her book and I saw her documentary, and I just, you know, she needs some cheerleaders, and I definitely give it to her. And I would love to sit and pick her brain and get some lessons of encouragement and empowerment from her too.
I love it. Guys, don't go anywhere. We're going to come back and we're going to continue talking with Kiva, Bria, and Sugar. So stay tuned for this commercial. for coming back and joining us. I am so excited to be on the Author's Lane today because I am here with Kiva and Bria Ashton, and they are the authors of Smiling Back at You. This book is amazing because it is geared not only for our youth, but it's geared for the parents, because as you read this book to your kids, or as your kids read the book and they tell you about the book, it has a message. And this message is on how to be kind to one another and how bullying is truly harmful and it's hurtful. And we all want to feel good every day, and we want to feel good, and we want our kids to feel good. And so this is one of those books that's going to allow you to start having conversations. And I think that's amazing. And I think that's what we want to do, is to start having conversations. And so, Bria, a message that you have for kids that are your age, what is it that you want to say to them?
Don't give up, because you are your own person. You don't have to listen to other people. But though people will put you down, you still have two legs that you can stand up on.
I love it. Now, how old are you again? I keep asking this question. Now, are you the oldest of the three?
Yes, I am.
Okay, because I was going to say you're 30, 35, because you got some life lessons that you're sharing that, you know, people don't get it until they're way in their later part of their years. And so I love the fact that you were doing this. I have another question for you. If you, Bria, this is for you. If you were to be a color in a crayon box, what color would you be and why?
Black. Honestly, because it's just a dark color. Because it still has some light to it, but it's still dark.
Okay. And Mom?
I would say hot pink. That is, next to red is my favorite color, because if you're soft, you're a blush. But if you're hot, you're spicy. And you have a little bit of a little spark to you. And that's what I would explain my favorite color. My color would be in a crayon box.
I love it. I love it. You know, I am so excited that you guys came to join us on the Author's Lounge. I look forward to sharing this book with some young folks that I know, and I'm going to be a grandmother, so I'm definitely got to get the book. So I am doing now my collection of children's books, and this is going to be one of the first ones that I get. So let me ask you this. As we share this book with individuals, what do you think would be something that you would want to write about next, Bria? What do you see as your next piece of literary work?
Well, I'm actually wrote a book called The Potato and the French Fry.
I knew it. See, I knew you were older than 13. I knew it. So tell us about this book, The Potato and the French Fry. Tell us about it.
Well, it's about a baby potato who goes on a journey to find this one French fry that she likes. And when she meets the French fry, the French fry tells her that she is going to be unique in her own way, because everyone is different. And everyone is not the same. They all have their different size, shape, and color. So I just want to get that out.
Oh my gosh. You know what? You're amazing. I'm at a loss for words, because you are an amazing young lady. I am so glad that we had this opportunity to chat. I'm so glad I had an opportunity to meet you. You have inspired me, and I appreciate that. And thank you so very, very much for what you're doing. Guys, you got to get this book. It is available on publishingadvantagegroup.com. You go to that site, you can get the book. It's not available on Amazon, so don't look for it on Amazon. You have to go here, publishingadvantagegroup.com. And that's where you get the book. Thank you so much for joining me here today. I look forward to reading the book. I look forward to the Potato and the French Fry book, because again, it's got a message in it. And I love books that have messages. You know, there's this art that's called edutainment. and that is educating through entertainment, and that's what you're doing. And so thank you so very much, Miss Bria and Miss Kiva.
Thank you.
And you guys have an amazing day.
You do the same. Thank you.